Hello, I'm Sam Underwood,
And I'm Graham Dunning.
and this is the Mammoth Beat Organ.
The Mammoth Beat Organ is a mechanical, modular, acoustic musical instrument designed by me and Sam to be played by two players at the same time. It's partly playable and it's partly programmable.
One way to consider the Mammoth Beat Organ is like an inside-out fairground organ. So whereas in a fairground organ you have things like a drum sequencer and various pipes that can be played by things, in our case all of that is exposed and is accessible. So you can not only change the sequences of things, but directly manipulate the sounds that they create. So if you don't like the sound of a snare drum, or you want to change the pitch of an organ pipe, you can just do that by sticking your hand in to the workings of the machine, and that will alter the way that it sounds.
A different way of looking at the Mammoth Beat Organ is that it's like a sampler sequencer, like a Groovebox 303, but it happens to be mechanical and acoustic version. Me and Sam are both used to producing electronic music, so we've experienced performing live with drum machines and that sort of thing, and it's a different type of performance when you have something that's programmable and kind of runs by itself. So quite a lot of our research in developing the machine was into fairground organs, player pianos and barrel organs, these kinds of mechanical music playback systems. And it's quite interesting that really mechanical music went out of fashion at the start of the 20th century as recorded music became popular. And that meant that really fairground organs never got the opportunity to be experimental. There's not really very much avant-garde music written for mechanical instruments.
Some of the ways that we go about that are similar to how maybe a musician might use extended technique on their instrument. So things like organ pipes that are overblown or underblown to create different timbres and tones. That's quite an unusual thing to be doing in a mechanical musical setting, because what you tend to do is try and build a thing that functions as it should at all times. We also incorporate quite a lot of the sound of the machine itself in what we do, having sections where we perform by putting stuff into the machine itself, so directly dragging stuff on the drive shaft, or there's a section where we put playing cards into the cogs so that it creates a very loud chatter and just amplify really and bring to the fore the noise that the machine itself makes, which again is stuff that normally you're trying to hide or get rid of as much as you possibly can.
As well as the live performances, we wanted to use the machine for different things as well. We're kind of considering using it as an installation piece at some point, but also the other main thing we want to use it for is for recording in the studio. So I released an album on a label called Front and Follow in February 2019, and it really gave us the option to think about how to record it and which elements to use together, think about making kind of shorter pieces rather than playing a whole 40-minute set with everything that it can possibly do. It's also quite interesting to release something just as audio only. The artwork for the release didn't have any pictures of the machine or anything like that even, so really detaching it from how the machine is made, I think that gives it a different dimension really, and you get a real feel for how unusual the music that you can make with this machine is, which is one of the main goals for this project really.